Hello soulmates, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you are new here, you're welcome. In today's video, I'll be teaching you how to make this beautiful crisscross design at the skirt part of this dress. So without wasting much time, let's get right into the video. So guys, I'll be using a bridal satin for my design, and for you to know the length of the crisscross design, you have to measure roughly where the design will be starting from and where it will be ending. Then you add about 5 inches to it. So at the other end of the material, so you start measuring 3 inches. I measure 3 inches twice, followed by 1.5. Then I measure 3 inches again, followed by 1.5. Like I measure 3 inches first, 3 inches the second time, 1.5 inches the third time. The fourth time I measure 3 inches, then I keep alternating it like that until I get to the end. When you get to the end, so you end it with 3 inches. So I'm using my yellow chalk to rule this out so that you can see what I'm talking about. So at the beginning here, I have 3 inches. So is from the second one you will start folding. And if you know that you can fold from this side downward, you also measure the same thing downward here, so that when you are folding correctly. So after folding, I went ahead to sew. So you sew all the 3 inches, but you skip the first one and the last one. You start sewing from the second 3 inches. You sew this third one, continue like that, but you skip the first and the last 3 inches you measure. So after sewing like that, you go ahead and you iron it towards one direction. You make sure you iron it towards one direction. So if this split is too wide for you, you can just use 2 inches instead. Then the line in between will be 1 inch. So now for the second part, because it will be two, so you measure the same thing too like that. So I started with 3 inches. I measured 3 inches twice, followed by 1.5. Then I keep alternating it, and at the end I measure 3 inches 2 times. So in case you don't have enough fabric to do 3 inches 2 times, you can just leave whatever you have at the edge. Just leave it like that. So 3 inches twice, 1.5 inch, 3 inches, 1.5. Like I said, if the pleat is too wide for you, you can just do 2 inches, 1 inches instead. So you go ahead and you also iron the second one. So in total, the wideness of my pleat is about 7 inches. So like I said, to know the length, you have to have measured. But if you don't understand the measurement, just look at what I am doing now. You will kind of get how you can measure yours. So I place this on it at the waist area. I make sure that it is matching at the sewing allowance part, because I don't want it to go below the waistline. I want the orange orange design to start from the waist area even after sewing. And when I use this as a guide, I've not joined the back bodies to it, so it may reduce. So I make sure that I was particular about that this orange stuff is starting from the waistline. Even after sewing with my 2 inches joining allowance, it will still start from the waistline. So you place it like this, then you just adjust the way you want it. Like I said, if you want to measure the length of this design, you can just measure diagonally like this. And if you want to make any adjustment to yours, you can just feel free to make any adjustment. So I place it like this, and I make sure the second part is starting very close to the first one, so there is no space in between. There's no space in between. So this is what it looks like. Make sure it is relaxed on your fabric, and before you place this orange stuff on your clothes, make sure you've not joined the back bodies with it. So this is just the front bodies. I'm placing it directly on the front bodies. So if you have any excess by the left or by the right, you trim it away. Like I said, I measured mine, so that is why I don't have much excess. But it is good to have excess than for it not to be enough. So the little excess I have is what I'm just cutting out here. So make sure you cut it out so that you can know where you will be sewing, where you'll be joining. Like I said, if this is not wide enough for you, you can do more. And if the place is too big for you, you can reduce it. Like I said, I use 3, you can use 2, and it will come out well. So the next thing now is to join the back side to it. Then after joining, I have it came out well, like I imagined. So it came out beautifully. So in case you don't want to use a bridal satin, you can also use crepe or any plain fabric of your choice. You can use any plain fabric of your choice. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.